Hello everyone, Jorge Huertas once again with all of you. Today I'm gonna show you what is and how to use Lean Startup. This video is also available in Spanish. Well, Lean Startup is an agile methodology. It got the following characteristics. Lean Startup is a methodology that is used in the business world applied to companies and entrepreneurships that are seeking to start a business or improve the one that already have. The central concept of lean startup methodology is that if companies start invest their time and in iterative constructions, products or service to meet customers' needs, they can reduce the risk of market and avoid the need for larger amount of seed funding or big expenses to launch a product. It is 100% complementary to the design thinking methodology in their stages and in their tools. One of the most important characteristics is that Lean Startup is also iterative as the majority of agile methodologies and also allowed to group tasks in small and repetitive stages. Okay, so when we talk about Lean Startup, this methodology is focused basically in create new business, new products, or new services. This is the main structure is divided in the following stages. The first part is that you have the way to approach a concept and approach a development, and then you got a stage of execution and solution of that development. um, Lean Startup is a methodology by itself, but it's also complementary with design thinking because here in our channel we are design thinking 24/7, and the main thing is to show the relationship between design thinking and other methodologies that is very important because allow you to understand different ways. This line that you see on the screen is divided between the things that are concrete and the things that are abstract. And it's important because sometimes you need to really focus on the development. So how do we do a development with Lean Startup? The first thing is when you start, you have to decide what are you going to do. Are you going to create a new business, a new product, a new service? Remember that everything is with the principle of user-centered design. That is extremely important. And for that, also with design thinking, you need to empathize. It means to understand the needs of your customer, of your user. After that, you start defining the different components depending of what are you going to do. Then you start to ideating, creating ideas. And then if you are working with lean startup, you have to create a value proposition. That is very important because value proposition is the axis of the model business canvas, which is the main tool that you got to develop any kind of new business. That is extremely important. So you need to define what is the value proposition of your development. After that, you start learning. You need to understand the experience that you are getting, the courage that you need, because making something it's extremely difficult. It doesn't come from nowhere. You need to have experience, you need to have courage, you need to have many things. As you can see, lean startup is iterative, so you have to do it over and over again to understand. When you are prototyping and creating different kind of things, you need to measure, you need to create focus group, you need to have indicators of evaluation of all the things that you are doing, and you need to be objective. If something is not working, that's okay, that is not the end of the world. You need to understand that creating this kind of developments takes a lot of time, and you have to repeat over and over again. That is why it's iterative. You have to make a lot of iteration, but with these iterations you will learn for your past experience, so you can refine the development that you are making. It's very important that you build prototypes, build different kind of concepts that you will have clear in your mind so you can um focus on creating new things. When you finish prototyping, you start and you are testing. The one of the most important things in lean startup is that you involve your customer, and your customer is very important because he or she will allow you and give you feedback, and with that feedback you start refining. Finally, when you are all done with that, you go to production and product your product, service, or whatever you're doing. You need to planify very well, and you need to execute not just the production but also all the marketing and all the different kind of developments that you're making. So besides that, your product, service, or model business could be very good, but you need to advertise that. It's very important that you evaluate the results. Always remember that you need to measure all of that and have indicators to allow you to compare and take decisions from that. It's very important that you never take decisions because you think or you are feeling something. No, it's very important that you be focused, and if you take a decision, it's because you have a lot of information from that. Also, it's very important that after you drop your product, your service, or whatever you're doing to the market, you need to continue make an improvement of your development, because the fact that you are doing something really good right now, it doesn't mean that it will be forever. Things change and change very quickly, so you need to be mindful and understand that even though that your development is going really well right now, it not might be forever. So for that you have to make another iteration, perhaps uh, each 6 months, and with that you will keep putting your development and improving. As a conclusion, we can say that at the end of the of developing the approach of your business idea with lean startup, you will have a clear know what to do and how to run different tasks and do it really well. It is essential to use the tools of value proposition and business model canvas for developing the business. If you don't know how to do that, here in our channel we have the videos, so you can go and see the tutorials of value proposition and model business canvas. The key in the development of any business models with lean startup is try multiple alternatives and don't stay with the first thought. Even if you are making a business idea, you have to understand that you have to make something meaningful, that people cares about that. So it's very important that you keep focus and researching the real need for a development. Thank you so much. I hope this video will be a big help in your development. Please subscribe to our channel, Design Thinking 24/7. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Remember, we have a couple of courses in the Udemy platform. In the description of this video, you will find the link. So please click and start learning with us. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.